there is a significant risk in the Indian stock market because the institution that governs the stock market is compromised. This is an explosive allegation because it alleges that the umpire herself is compromised. The savings of millions of Indians, hard-earned, honestly earned savings, are at risk. Why has Chairperson Madhavi Butch not resigned? Second, God forbid something were to go wrong and investors were to lose their money. Who is responsible? Is the Prime Minister of India responsible? Is Madhavi Butch responsible? Or is Mr. Adani responsible?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As India hopes to become the third largest economy in the third term of Prime Minister Modi, here comes another strike, which threatened to destabilize our stock markets. A year after the short seller Hindenburg's first attack on Adani Group, now comes the second strike on the market regulator SEBI and its chief. It has now alleged a conflict of interest against SEBI chief Madhavi Butch, claiming that the official helming the market regulator is compromised. The SEBI chief claims that her finances are an open book, while the Adani Group dismisses the charges as malicious and motivated. And yet, as you just heard, Rahul Gandhi fear-mongered yesterday that the Indian markets will crash and investors will burn their money and their hands with the falling stocks. The markets today opened. The shares of the Adani Group fell in early trade. However, as you can see, the Indian market concluded relatively flat and marked a recovery, brushing away these so far unsubstantiated charges. After the markets showed resilience, the BJP accused Rahul Gandhi of trying to unleash economic anarchy to destabilize the markets under a larger foreign conspiracy against India and the Modi Sarkar. BJP's Amit Malviya has put out this screenshot alleging that a message is being sent to influencers offering rupees 5,000 to write a single tweet which showcases how Adani and SEBI are involved in a scam. He also has asked if Rahul Gandhi collected rupees 5,000 to promote the Hindenburg report. Meanwhile, the India Alliance took a cue from Rahul Gandhi and demanded action against Adani and Madhavi Butch. Listen in to this war of words.
In their pathological hatred against Narendra Modi ji, led by Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his friends, toolkit gangs, Congress party today has developed a hatred against India itself. अगर भारत का स्टॉक मार्केट गड़बड़ाएगा तो स्मॉल इन्वेस्टर्स परेशान होंगे कि नहीं?
Where is the action taken on Gautam Adani? Where is the action taken on Mrs. Madhavi Butch? They want to take action against Rahul Gandhi because he's repeating the charges of Hindenburg. What kind of an era are we living in? Is this government? It's a joke.
Demand the immediate resignation of Madhavi Puri Butch as chairperson of SEBI, and we demand that the Supreme Court reopen an investigation into this and the Supreme Court appoint an SIT to look into this with no delay.
एक बात समझना होगा, आज भारत के खिलाफ जितने भी लोग हैं देश के अंदर या देश के बाहर, कई ताकतें हैं जो भारत के विरोधी हैं और भारत के खिलाफ काम करते हैं. कांग्रेस और उसके कुछ साथी देश को ही बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं.
Tonight on the News Hour Fact Check, let's remind you what the Apex Court of India has said in its order on 3rd of January 2024. The Supreme Court said, relying on the OCCPR report to suggest that SEBI was lackadaisical in conducting the probe is rejected. A report by a third party without an attempt to verify the authenticity of allegations isn't conclusive proof. SEBI's status report and 24 investigations do not indicate inaction by SEBI. Procedure was followed by SEBI in arriving at the regulations is not tainted in any illegality. So why won't Rahul Gandhi believe our own Supreme Court and instead parrot the lines quoted by Hindenburg report? The BJP claims that the Congress is falling for a foreign conspiracy being spun by a discredited short seller who gets investment from the notorious billionaire and financer George Soros. Listen in to Soros' hit job on India and Modi just ahead of 2024 Lok Sabha election.
It's a democracy, but its leader, Narendra Modi, is no Democrat. Inciting violence against Muslims was an important factor in his meteoric rise. India is a member of the Quad, which also includes Australia, the US, and Japan. But it buys a lot of Russian oil at a steep discount. Modi and business tycoon Adani are close allies. Modi is silent on the subject, but he will have to answer questions from foreign investors and in Parliament. This will significantly weaken Modi's stranglehold on India's federal government and open the door to push for much-needed institutional reforms.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the legitimate question we are asking on the News Hour tonight: is there a hidden heart behind the hit job? That's the question, and that's the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9. Debate number 1 on Times Now. Super Prime Time.
Joining the debate tonight, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, Suhail Seth, marketing guru, Dr. Ashutosh Verma, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Vivek Srivastava, political analyst. But my first question goes to Sanjay Jha, suspended Congress leader. And Sanjay Jha, my question to you is, Hindenburg speaks, the Congress immediately laps it up and questions every institution, every body in the government, and begins this probe mantra, almost as if it's the God's own truth that has come out from Hindenburg. Sanjay Jha, jumping the gun once again, given the fact that the markets today have just not responded to this fear-mongering by the opposition today.
Navika, good evening. First and foremost, I think this is a very grave matter, and I don't think we should treat it as some kind of a trivial intervention by the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi or other people who are deeply concerned, because there are question marks being raised on SEBI, which is considered to be a sacrosanct market regulator, and it appears to be prima facie compromised. So let's not try and make this debate just a political slugfest. I will come down into the facts in just a second. Mr. Rohtgi had nearly 10 minutes, but he indulged in a lot of hyperbole. Let's look at the facts, Navika, and I will give it for your viewers very succinctly. Madhavi Puri Buch has not contradicted the Hindenburg report. She has agreed that there were investments. Now, here is the worry. The worry, Navika, is that these were offshore funds where Gautam Adani's brother was equally an investor. And we all know that the accusation against the Adani group is that Vinod Adani was manipulating the stock markets using offshore funds. Madhavi Puri Buch and her husband were investors in the same fund. Now, here is the twist in the tale. The chief investment officer of that fund happened to be a gentleman called Anil Ahuja, who, by the way, was earlier working with the Adanis. Now, to believe that people were not aware of the antecedents of Mr. Ahuja and his connection with the Adani group is extremely, shall we say, unconvincing. Now, here is the key point. Did Madhavi Puri Buch make a disclosure to the Supreme Court? Or is this an act of perjury? Because she was investigating the Adani group, and how could she investigate it if she herself had previous interests? The simple answer is evident in the conclusions. After a year and a half, the SEBI says we have hit a blank, or rather, we have hit a wall. And that to me is really astonishing, because in the age of electronic payments, there are trails. And it is not very difficult to discover who was the investor. Point number two, and Navika, pay attention to this point. She made a disclosure that I had no interest in two consulting firms, one in India and Singapore, once she became a member of SEBI and thereafter the chairperson. The truth is that she lied. As Hindenburg has established, she continues to be a 99% and 100% owner of these consultancies, and nobody knows who's giving them business, etc., etc., etc. The fundamental point is, why is the BJP, why is the entire right-wing ecosystem behaving as if they are lawyers of Mr. Adani? I mean, I was astonished to hear Ravi Shankar Prasadji say that this is a case against India. Is Adani equal to India? Once upon a time, India was being associated with Mahatma Gandhi. Now India
and Indira Gandhi and Indira Gandhi.
I mean, shocking.
You forgot that one. But okay, Gaurav Bhatia, please respond. The BJP has reacted, the government has not. Is there room for investigation into the chairperson of SEBI? Because the Caesar's wife should be above suspicion, is the good old saying.
Exactly.
So, Navika, first of all, let me make it very clear that the SEBI has made a full disclosure. They made a statement. The chairperson of SEBI, in a personal capacity, has also made a statement. But why am I here? I'll tell you very honestly. When Rahul Gandhi, Jairam Ramesh, and the Congress party leaders are making direct allegations on the Prime Minister of the country and the government of the country, it is our duty to come out. And this false propaganda that is being spread has to be busted, and that is exactly what we are doing. I must say that as a very law-abiding citizen, I believe that every citizen of the country has faith in the Supreme Court of India. Now, the Supreme Court of India, in its earlier order of 2nd March 2023, ordered constitution of a special committee headed by a former judge of the Supreme Court. And SEBI and all other authorities were supposed to cooperate in the investigation and then provide the material to the special committee. The special committee looked at the material and they gave a report to the Supreme Court. The judgment of 3rd of Jan 2024 of the Supreme Court clearly said that there is no reason to constitute an SIT. After that, a review was filed, Navika, and 8th May 2024, that review petition also was dismissed. So, first question to Rahul Gandhi would be, are you above the Honorable Supreme Court of India? The Supreme Court of India has given its verdict. You have no option but to accept it, like any other citizen. Second, say if you feel that there is new material that needs to be looked into. I asked Rahul Gandhi, why doesn't he move an application before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, bring in this new material, let the Supreme Court be the final arbiter as under the Constitution, which Rahul Gandhi holds all the time, but he doesn't care to read. My second point is Hindenburg. Rahul Gandhi has full faith in Hindenburg. The credentials are these: George Soros, which is nothing but the master puppeteer of the puppet Rahul Gandhi, is an investor in Hindenburg. 1. 2. The summons that have been issued to the Hindenburg agency, they remain unanswered. Why are you not law-abiding? Why are you not answering if you have nothing to hide? Third, last time they manipulated, which is noted in the Supreme Court order also, Hindenburg made windfall profit of around 344 crores. That is worrisome. And let me tell you, in the US, Hindenburg is facing a probe for manipulating the markets. We all know they short sell and they make money. And this inquiry is going on from the Justice Department of the US. So these are the credentials of Hindenburg. Now the political part. You twice repeated the phrase, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. What about the Gandhi Parivar? Should they be above suspicion or not? I think they should be. The leader of opposition is out on bail on corruption charges. He's never disclosed the transactions that have taken place in the National Herald case. Priyanka Vadra Gandhi sold a painting of her father for 2 crore rupees to Mr. Rana Kapoor. I want to know about it. And as a citizen, Caesar's wife should be above suspicion. So Gandhi Parivar should be also above suspicion. What about the MOU they signed with China? I want to know the details. Every citizen wants to know the details, but they're not letting us know. And I will end by saying just one more aspect to it. What would happen? They don't believe the Supreme Court of India. You remember the verdict of the Rafale? Rafale, the Supreme Court said the government to government agreement was in favor of the country. We got the jets cheaper. But Rahul Gandhi never apologized to the nation. He apologized to the Supreme Court for lying. So I'm saying, even if the Supreme Court gives the verdict, these people do not accept it. That is the problem with them.
Absolutely, absolutely. But let me also quote what the Supreme Court said in this case. I'll come back to you, Sanjay Jha. Ashutosh Verma ji also on the show. I'll come back to you, Sanjay. But Ashutosh ji, Supreme Court went into this question, and what did it say on the expert committee in January 2024? It said belated allegations by the petitioner about the conflict of interest of committee members not made in good faith. It said on 2nd March 2023, this court constituted the expert committee comprising of domain experts and headed by a former judge of this court. The allegations against certain members of the committee were raised by the petitioner for the first time only on 18 September 2023, almost 6 months after the constitution of the committee and several months after the committee submitted its report. So ऐसा नहीं है कि पहली बार ये सवाल उठाए गए हैं. Expert committee with domain experts was looking into this. SEBI was not the only organization, and the matter went through all kinds of arguments in the Supreme Court. Why once again an aura of doubt is once again being created against a company belonging to the Adanis, which really can have impact on the stock markets.
Thank you, Navika. And first of all, I want to make it very clear कि this is very much clear that अडानी पे जब भी हम आरोप लगाते हैं तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लोगों को मिर्ची क्यों लगती है. दूसरी बात जो आपने कही कि जो जनवरी 2024 में जो स्टेटमेंट था, उस स्टेटमेंट में सेबी के ऊपर कोई आरोप नहीं लगा था. आज सेबी जो खुद एक नियामक कंपनी है उसके ऊपर ही आरोप लगा है. और याद कीजिए कि सेबी के डायरेक्टर का उस समय क्या स्टेटमेंट था. उसने किसी तरीके से क्लीन चिट नहीं दी थी, लेकिन यह कहा कि यह जांच एक दिशाहीन होती जा रही है, इसमें कुछ तो हुआ है लेकिन हम इसकी जांच नहीं कर पा रहे हैं. और सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने भी इसको एडमिट किया. इसका मतलब कुछ तो हुआ है. तो हां, हुआ तो था ही, क्योंकि जो सेबी के चेयरमैन है वो उस चीज की कैसे जांच करे जिस ऑफशोर और शेल कंपनियों को पकड़ने के लिए उनको जांच कमेटी बनाई गई, उसमें खुद उनका इन्वेस्टमेंट था. वो बरमूडा की कंपनी और वो मॉरिशस की कंपनी में जिसमें छिपकर इन्होंने खुद इन्वेस्ट किया है, उसकी जांच वो कैसे करती. आज देश के ऊपर सवाल यह है कि जब उस समय हिडनबर्ग की पहली रिपोर्ट आई तो जांच क्यों कराई गई. क्योंकि अडानी के ऊपर आरोप लगा है तो जांच कराई गई. इसका मतलब कुछ तो क्रेडेंशियल्स उसके रहे होंगे. और आज जो जांच करता है उसी पे जब आरोप लगा तो जांच क्यों नहीं होनी चाहिए. हु इज प्रोटेक्टिंग देम. और आप सीरियल वाइज देखिए जो भी क्वेश्चंस लगाए गए हैं. और मुझे बड़ा अजीब सा लगता है नविका जी, जैसे ही हम अडानी के ऊपर बात करते हैं वैसे ही कुछ बहुत सिंपैथाइजर्स हैं वो जॉन सोरोस को लेकर चले आते हैं, इंडिया के अगेंस्ट बात करने लगते हैं. कुछ नहीं है. इस पूरे माया जाल में ये सब के सब फंसेंगे. जैसे जैसे आप देखिए सेबी की डायरेक्टर ये बनी माधवी बुच बनी 2022 में. 2022 के पहले के इवेंट्स देखिए आप. ब्लैकस्टोन कंपनी में, जो ब्लैकस्टोन कंपनी पहली ऐसी कंपनी है जो रियल एस्टेट इन्वेस्टमेंट ट्रस्ट कंपनी को स्पॉन्सर करती है, उसको सेबी जो है क्लियरेंस दे देती है. ठीक 2 महीने बाद, ठीक 2 साल बाद उसकी जो 2 और सब्सिडीज कंपनी उसको भी पब्लिक आईपीओ खोलने के लिए कह देती हैं। और उस ब्लैकस्टोन कंपनी के जो सीनियर एडवाइजर हैं वो सेबी के चेयरमैन के हस्बैंड हैं। और यही कपिल, बुच कपिल, उसी बरमूडा और मॉरिशस में फंड छिपकर हिस्सेदारी ले सकते हैं जिसमें गौतम अडानी और उनके साथ लोग यूज करते हैं।
मामला
अगर इतने क्लियर कट आपके पास एविडेंस हैं,
गौरव भाटिया, you know, it is the interconnections.
क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
It is the interconnections that are being questioned by Ashutosh ji. Please respond.
Navika ji, coming from a spokesperson of a party whose leader had infamously said that black money is very good for the market and the economy of the country, I do not expect anything better. But he has just committed contempt
not an
of
answer.
the Honorable Supreme Court on your channel by misquoting. Ask him to be quiet, please, Navika.
Yes, please go on.
He's
Gaurav
just
Bhatia.
committed contempt of the Honorable Supreme Court of India by misquoting and saying that SEBI had made a statement and it is recorded in the order कि investigation दिशाहीन हो गई है. Rather, that has not happened. I will read one line of the Supreme Court judgment and it says, and I quote, however, petitions that lack adequate research and rely on unverified and unrelated material tend to in fact be counterproductive. This word of caution must be kept in mind by lawyers and members of civil society alike and then disposed of the petition. Point number 2. Navika, if you would pay heed, I have a picture. You know, that is why I said the puppet and the puppeteer. Look at this. It is actually George Soros behind the scene trying to destabilize our economy, because I have already raised a very pertinent point which every citizen is asking. Say Rahul Gandhi feels that a probe is required. Why is it that Rahul Gandhi doesn't go and move an application in the Honorable Supreme Court? Let the Supreme Court decide whether an SIT should be constituted or not, because ultimately the judgment has been given by the Supreme Court. Third, read Jairam Ramesh's letter. It makes accusation against the government and Narendra Modi ji, and he calls the Adani group as a scamster group. He says that they are committing, illegality. So, Navika, this will be asked. Sharad Pawar had said that Adani has been targeted. Now, Sharad Pawar is part of the India Alliance, and this picture of Revanth Reddy with Gautam Adani. Now, I want to ask, if this group is indulging in illegal activities, why are the Congress government
True, and these questions have been asked on several occasions that if the non-BJP governments are also doing with the business with this group, why is everybody in a twist? But coming back to the specifics that have been raised tonight, Sanjay Jha, pardon me, don't raise your hand. I will come back to you. You're putting me in hot water because there are other people looking at me for their time. So I'll just go around the table and come back to you for all objections that you may have. Sohail Seth, let me ask you first. It's not as if SEBI's status report and the questions of inaction have not been looked at by the Supreme Court. SEBI's status report and the details of the 24 investigations does not seem to indicate inaction by SEBI. In fact, to the contrary, the course of conduct by SEBI inspires confidence that SEBI is conducting a comprehensive investigation. This is the Supreme Court's own observation in the order that they passed in January 2024. I want to ask you, despite that, all kinds of suspicions, questions have been raised. Is it a coincidence that Amit Malviya tweets that influencers have been given some 5,000 rupee charge, if that is correct? Then is it a coincidence that, people are being paid to create an anti-SEBI, anti-Adani, kind of atmosphere on social media? Is it again completely conjecture or a coincidence that Adani is once again the target? Is it once again coincidence that given the fact that the earlier Hindenburg report found nothing with the Supreme Court, now so-called weaker government with 240 seats as the opposition keeps pushing every day. This charge is once again made at the Modi Sarkar. All of these are coincidences, or is there really a scientific investigation done by Hindenburg?
What is really upsetting is that the Congress is only offering 5,000 rupees. If this is their confidence in the Indian economy, then we need to worry. Number one. Number two, since we are all Shakespearean this evening, there's a lot of much ado about nothing. I think Sanjay Jha and Ashutosh said, is India Adani, India, blah, blah, blah. Now, here's the thing. Yes, allegations have been made. What is Madhavi Puri book? That's the pronunciation, not Butch, book. What have she done and her husband? They have issued a set of disclosures. Now, Ashutosh, I don't know what, आपकी धर्मपत्नी क्या करती है, but obviously they are entitled to work. जैसे इनका धर्मपति काम कर रहा है. He's a private citizen. He was the former logistics director of Unilever. He wasn't some, Chindu Mindu guy. A, B. They have issued a set of disclosures. Now, let's say Rahul Gandhi, Ashutosh Verma, everyone has an objection to those disclosures. There is only one retort. The retort is, or the recourse is, you go to the Supreme Court and say SEBI as a regulator has not performed its fiduciary duty in the manner it should. Beyond that, it can't happen. But that's also not my concern. My concern is not even the equating of Adani with India and India with Adani. My concern is how much perverse pleasure will you get by actually spooking an entire market by saying we are worried about the small-time investor. And what does the small-time investor do? He comes back with full flow and the markets haven't, crashed as everyone had imagined that they would. I think there are only two ways out of the solution. And Navik, I don't want to get into whether George Soros, because we must be terribly weak if one Hungarian national who can barely speak is now holding an entire country to ransom. Then there's something wrong with us. But I think the larger issue is as follows. India's economic prowess has never been as vibrant, as robust as it is. Therefore, should the markets be regulated with transparency? Answer is yes. Should the markets not be spooked by unnecessary slander or allegations? The answer to that is also yes. Now imagine Madhavi Puri book and Dhaval book have actually violated their fiduciary duty. They'll be hauled up in a court of law. It's the same Supreme Court to which all political parties run for cover when they need to. It's the same courts that give Rahul Gandhi bail and send Arvind Kejriwal to jail. I pardon the rhyming. That was not the intent. My point here is very simple. Are we not going to trust any of our institutions? It is not Sanjay or Ashutosh about this particular incident. It is about constantly berating, beating down our institutions and saying everything that is wrong with India, everything that can be wrong with India is wrong with India, without investigating. Let's imagine there is an expert committee. At the end of that committee's tenure, it decides that Madhavi Puri book has not acted ethically or within the norms of ethicality. Fair enough. Then you have a reason to berate. Then you have a reason to abuse. But to actually hold someone guilty and please resign tomorrow. Now imagine if she had resigned. That would be a sure indicator that there is something wrong, and that would have spooked the markets even more.
Absolutely, and it is here that I come in. It is here that I come in because Vivek Srivastava, there are 19 crore people, small investors who invest in stock markets.
Correct.
You, at the drop of a hat, can't start creating suspicion about, the institution that is the regulator, the government that is ruling the country, the markets, the companies. These are issues that where statements, one single statement can wipe off, savings of a whole lot of people. And they might not be politicians, they might not be rich as you are, because the average age of people investing in the stock markets has come down from 60 plus to around 35 years of age, which means young India is investing. I want to ask you, where is the responsibility that political parties in the opposition need to have? If you have a case, please go to the Supreme Court, as Sohail suggests.
Yes. So, are we trying to say that, okay, the stock market is important, 30 plus people are investing. So if by chance the chairman of SEBI is corrupt, she has her own personal interest, she has been giving the wrong information to the Supreme Court. Let's not question it. Are we trying to say that?
No.
Look, Sohail sir, I think
I'm
the
saying
husband of Madhvi...
spend some time, prepare a petition, engage a lawyer and then go to the Supreme Court. That's what I'm saying. Free में जाकर stock market को हिलाने की कोशिश मत करिए.
That is not correct, madam. अरे मैडम, वो सेबी सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अंडर नहीं आता ना मैम, वो तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया के अंदर आता है. तो हम तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया से बात करेंगे ना.
गवर्नमेंट अगर इन्वेस्टिगेट कर लेगी तो आनंद रंगनाथन ये लोग मान लेंगे क्या? If the government investigates, will they agree with the government's findings? They won't, so they might as well go to the courts.
Because Adani, because Adani is the major election campaign funder of the BJP, and he is allowed to do all the hanky-panky. And I need 10 more seconds. The husband of Madhvi Buch was an engineer, the chief procurement officer of Hindustan Lever. वो जाकर के टेक्निकल सामान खरीदने को हेड करते थे मैडम. जब ये बनी उसकी मेंबर सेबी की, अचानक उनको ब्लैकस्टोन में एडवाइजर बना दिया गया और फिर ब्लैकस्टोन की 2 सिस्टर कंपनीज को आईपीओ भी अलाउ किया गया. वही कंपनियां जिनको इन्वेस्टिगेट सेबी ने खुद किया, उसमें इनके हस्बैंड हैंकी पैंकी करके एडवाइजर बने रहे हैं.
You're making serious charges, Vivek Srivastava. You're making serious charges against an individual who's not here to defend himself. If there is hanky-panky, my friend, put the hanky-panky on the table or go to a court of law. Do not defame people on this show. But Anand Ranganathan, you know, loosely used words. Hanky-panky is happening. The government is, got its hand in the till with Adani. So what if 23 complaints found nothing by the Supreme Court? Why is Hindenburg saying this? Every morning they can sit up, decide which point of Hindenburg they want to pick up, and they can spook the markets. Is this how a responsible opposition should work?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to my fellow panelists. I won't take more than 2.5 minutes, I promise you. लेकिन उससे पहले मैं 2 चीजें कहना चाहता हूं आपकी परमिशन. नंबर 1, आई एम द लास्ट वन टू स्पीक. आपकी रोलेक्स काम नहीं कर रही है. 9:40 हो गए. आप सोच रही होंगी 9:02 हुए हैं. और नंबर 2, मैं ये विवेक अदानी को गाली दे रहे हैं, तो मैं ये जरा सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक करना चाहता हूं अपने कम्युनिस्ट कॉमरेड पे जो कि जेएनयू से. ये देखिए, पिछले महीने का अदानी और विवेक जी के गॉडफादर पिनराई विजयन 20,000 करोड़ अदानी ने लगाए केरला में. फास्ट ट्रैक कर रहे हैं वो. ये करप्ट अदानी केरला को पैसे दे रहा है 20,000 करोड़.
हम पैसा लगवाते हैं, देश का पैसा बांटते नहीं है सर.
अरे कुछ करो.
हमने पैसा लगवाया है, पैसा दिया नहीं है. आप तो सरकारी बैंकों का पैसा दे रही है बीजेपी.
और सिकल लाओ थोड़ा सा.
आई डोंट माइंड इट. हम तो 40,000 लेने
सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक हो गया है. सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक हो गया है. अब विवेक जी थोड़ा सा पानी पिए और आनंद रंगनाथन को सुन लें.
हाँ, पानी पियो, रसगुल्ला खाओ और प्लीज सुन लो. 2 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं लूंगा. नाविका, द इंडियन स्टॉक मार्केट, far from crashing, had an intraday high of 80,000. I guess it has answered Hindenburg and Rahul. I have said this before, let me repeat it. Making sense of Rahul Gandhi is as easy as consuming rasam with chopsticks. He said yesterday, and let me quote him verbatim, quote, "There is significant risk in investing in the Indian stock market because the institution that governs it is compromised," unquote. This is the same Rahul Gandhi who has earned 46.5 lakhs in the last 5 months through investments in the same stock market that he says is compromised. If he has any integrity left, he should donate all that 46 lakhs to the Wayanad Disaster Relief Fund. Hedam. Number 2, Navika, I view the success or failure of Adani as gravely or as lightly as the success or failure of Reliance or Lehman Brothers or Nokia. What concerns me as an Indian is that my nation's wealth is not wiped out. That the barometer of my nation's prosperity, which is the stock exchange, does not suffer. That millions of my fellow countrymen do not become poorer because the stock of an Indian company in which our government is heavily invested in is wiped out because of a claim. Therefore, it was crucial that an independent Indian agency investigated the entire Hindenburg-Adani issue, and the Supreme Court did. Which brings me finally to point number 3, just 1 minute. When it comes to conflict of interest, Navika, we Indians understand conflict. We Indians understand interest, but I'm afraid we do not understand when separated by a preposition. Here is how I see it. It boils down to the following, less than 30 seconds. Did the SEBI chief disclose to the Supreme Court that 1, she and her husband had invested in an offshore fund that had sworn, risking perjury, that it had never bought Adani bonds or stocks?
She did not. She did not.
2, that the said fund was run by a man who was on the board of Adani Companies and director of Adani Enterprises. And 3, that the said fund was also invested in by the brother of Gautam Adani and allegedly used for manipulating Adani stocks. If she did, then I don't see any problem, except for the fact that the Supreme Court should also have made this disclosure public, because as the ultimate overseer and regulator and arbiter of justice, it was the Supreme Court's duty to make sure the perception of SEBI in the world's eye is totally above board when it is adjudicating on an alleged malpractice. The Supreme Court is as yet silent on this matter. It should not be.
Let me just say this, and let me just bring this up from 20 years ago. I did a story in my erstwhile earlier newspaper called the Indian Express, and the story was as follows. Vijay Mallya became a Rajya Sabha member of parliament. In the UPA Sarkar, he was appointed by the UPA Sarkar on the board, on the committee, which is the consultative committee that summons all civil aviation regulators and officials to that meeting to explain while he owned Kingfisher Airways. That was done by the UPA Sarkar. Well, conflict of interest? Well, you know, the Congress certainly is not a party that should give us any sermons on conflict of interest, as I said, because they did what they did. But clearly on this issue, if anybody has any questions, wants any investigation, they are free to go to the courts of India rather than sitting, giving statements and spooking the stock markets where 19 crore Indians invest their hard-earned money. And not all of them may be industrialists or politicians. Some of them may be ordinary citizens of India trying to make a share and make their money grow by participating in India's growth story. Don't spook them. The courts are open tomorrow morning and every day this week and the next. We leave it at that. Thank you very much for joining me on debate number 1.